to be standing right in the middle of the baddest, finest, sexiest, hottest women drummers here in the United States. Yeah, I said it. I said it. And I'm bragging. So give us your names and the instruments you play.
Tracy Johnson, congas, and djembe.
And Joan Ashley and play shekere, djembe, conga, and conga, and a little bit of bell.
Madeline Yayo Taylor Nelson, shekere, djembe, and ditto.
Karen Calder, shekere, samba, and clave.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I got to get in there and learn something too. I want to say Kim LaRue, shekere.
That's right. Say it.
Yes, I know, right? I got to claim it. I have to claim it. So how did you all come together? Because I know Yayo, founder of Women of the Calabash.
Yes.
Right. I know Karen, you're a dancer.
True.
Right. I know you drummer. How did you all come together in the short version?
Well, we've been playing music for years together in different combinations, and finally just culminated into 4 of us plus 2 more, Susan Rapway and Marsha Curry Starks. Is not here with us this evening. But we just have some of our happiest times playing music together. We enjoy playing music together and with each other, and like the way it's happening.
Okay. So Karen, tell me how you came to be part of Alakande Spread Joy.
Well, it was pretty easy. Being part of Women of the Calabash, it kind of melded in, it got folded in and blended to Alakande with the other
Dancer.
The other musicians. And I get a chance to do a little dance with the group too, so that was always fun.
Okay.
I've known Joan since, well, you weren't a toddler, no, but back in your school days is when we met. So just as she said, we played in various companies together, and so now I'm delighted to be playing in her.
That's nice. Tracy?
Almost ditto. We played in different groups under different names, but the same faces. And I met these beautiful women when I studied and played with Baba Montego Joe and then Ashe. And I only heard about Joni, I only heard about Women of the Calabash. Then I finally got to meet them and play with them.
Oh, this is wonderful. I love it. The collaboration, the sisterhood.
The sisterhood. Yes, indeed.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me. I'm Kim LaRue, the host of the Everyday Superwoman show. And this show today is our season finale. It has been a wonderful, wonderful, amazing journey. Season 1, that is. I've met so many wonderful women. I mean, I met real queens, real goddesses, real warriors that were walking a walk. And not just talking the talk. There is no other way to end this season than with Joan E. Ashley. Welcome to the show, Joan E. Ashley.
Oh, it's wonderful to be.
Thank you for taking your time coming here, sharing with us, discussing your music and what it is that you do. I know what you do. Tell the world what it is that you do.
I guess one of the things I love most is playing music. I'm a percussionist. I'm also a vocalist. I play all different types of drums from African diaspora. And what I really like to do is just the blending of the United States and Africa, the Caribbean, just all of it together. And I'll have in one piece a mix-up of a little African here, a little Caribbean, and then a little James Brown. Yeah. That's how I like to roll.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's wonderful. I've met such wonderful women to play music with, and men as well.
Name a few.
Of the women or the men?
Both.
Oh, some of my favorite players I like playing with. Gregory Inks, Ray Doonies, brothers. Yair, of course, the women of Ruth, Karen, Susan, Tracy, Marsha, Carew. I could go on and on.
Yeah, yeah. So who were some of them?
Deborah McGee.
Yes. Okay.
There's just so many people. I just love Delwyn, who's been with them.
Okay.
Ayanda. I could just go on. There's so many great musicians here in New York. I remember early in my career, I was traveling, and I said to the roadie, "Oh, it's so wonderful to be able to just to play music and be a musician." He said, "It's wonderful to be a paid musician." And that's what I'm really working on now, being a paid musician, because oftentimes we play music and everyone says, "Oh, you're having fun." Well, yeah, we are having fun, but it is our job. It's our job to entertain, so we should get paid.
Absolutely.
But they, so that's something that I'm just trying to get folks to understand, and also get myself to understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And I understand that when you're doing what you love to do, you don't think of, money's being exchanged, but then when you start understanding your worth and the joy and the entertainment, yeah, you're supposed to. So what instrument you play?
I play djembe, a little bit of junjun, sangan. I play congas, I play shekere, I play bell, I play clave, I play a little marimba. I'm still working on the balafon, a little mbira.
Okay.
I do play maybe little medicine bottles. If it makes a sound, I can play change. You play. If it makes it, you can get a rhythm out of it.
Okay. Now I've seen you play the djembe.
Okay.
You're really good.
Thank you.
I was gonna
Thank
say
you
you're
very
a
much.
bad jammer. Yeah, you can really play those drums. I want to ask this question. I don't know if it's gonna sound silly. What don't that hurt your fingers?
Well, I'll say yes.
Okay.
I've been blessed. I don't know if you can see my hands, but I've been blessed. Someone once told me, "You've been blessed. You have sausage legs." So I have meaty hands.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
If the drummers that have like the bonier, you'll see more blisters because you can probably feel the blister, but you don't see it. But you don't see it as much. And I constantly put shea butter and lotion, and I'll soak them. And just take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to. Yeah, I have tough hands. No, I want to have soft hands. I enjoy having soft hands, and so I do actually take care of them. And you have to do it. You massage them, you soak them, nice cold water after a gig. It feels wonderful. But you can tell after I've been playing consecutively after a couple of days, you'll see the white lines there, you'll see the ash. And so you just have to continue to put oil because it's skin on skin.
Right.
But there's technique so it doesn't hurt. But when you play like night after night after night, then yeah, they do get this. Cannot tell a lot.
Okay. So how old were you when you picked up your first drum?
Oh, there's a story there.
Okay.
The first drum that I owned were a pair of bongos. Now my parents were divorced. So my father went to Mexico. He decided to bring me back a pair of bongos. And I remember asking him over and over, "Well, Daddy, did you see me like playing pots or playing the floor?" He said, "You just want to drive mommy crazy." And that's exactly what he did. Every single time. I never got a straight answer. I don't know.
Okay.
But I know I used to play gymnasium floors. They have a really nice sound. And when I was real small, I went to this camp called Camp Mohawk. And at the talent shows, I play my bongo. I go inside because we had the industrial stoves. And these particular bongos, you couldn't tune them by twisting the skin. You had to heat the skin up. So I'd go into the industrial stoves and so now I'm like, 7, 8, 9 years old. But we heat them up and then I put little bongos down and and they clap. So I figured, I could do it. And the beautiful thing is that by adulthood, by my 20s, I realized, I could do this. Because I always felt that I could have been a professional athlete, but I didn't think of it until I was 17 years old.
Oh,
That's a little late.
Okay.
To be a professional athlete. So when I got the drum and I love the music, I love singing, I always sang in choirs. I had a little group called the Elusives at age 15. And so we used to sing on the week, we sang with a band called Black Alley. In Queens. Oh, we used to rock. We had so much fun, so much fun. Go to Blimpies, play bid whist, sing songs.
Yes.
Nice harmony. I've always worked with really, really good singers. And they've always worked out, and me, of course, I'm contributing. But the harmony, like the Women of the Calabash, that group, what I love most about it is the harmony.
Yes.
That Yaya puts together.
Yes.
So, so when I got hold of the drum, I said, hey, I need to do this. I can do this. And so I've had a career and a job in my adult life.
Okay, that's wonderful. So have you had any teachers to teach you the drums and,
Chief Day, Ibayen, who's one of my teachers. I studied with Laji Kamala. I studied with Adrenaline Tyron. I see those were no Gregory Ince. Those are the main people that I've studied with over the years.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit with Montego Joe, but not as much.
So tell us about you performing on Reading Rainbow. Yeah.
Oh, that was years ago. That was in the Calabash.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a vivid memory of that one. I know I really played Shaker, went into that, and sang some songs. But that particular one is the one that show that a lot of people have seen on Channel 13, and always say, "Oh, you were on Reading Rainbow. Oh, you were on Reading Rainbow," and that was fun. That and also, where in the world is Carmen
San Diego. Yes.
You were on that one as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So now you have your own group, Alakande. Let's Go Spread Joy.
Let's go spread
joy. Let's Go Spread Joy. And I had the opportunity to watch you perform, and it is joy. It is so much joy, so much fun. The audience gets up, they dance, everybody participates. You cannot help it. It moves you. You ladies play a tune. I call it a tune. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, or I don't know. But you play a song, my favorite, Funky Six.
And that was a group collaboration. It's just funky.
It's just funky. I've seen you ladies play it a few times, and everywhere you go, people jump up out of their seats. It's just the spirit takes over. Like serious, they just sit there, they just tap and tap. By the end of that song, everybody is up dancing and moving around. But tell me about Alakande Spread Joy. How did you come up with that name?
Oh, okay, another story, which is a good one though. When I was a little girl, my grandfather taught me how to play these adult games, bridge and pinochle. So I'm talking little girl. I'm talking at the most age 10, but somewhere between 8, 9, or 10. He taught me how to play these card games. And we go to his friend's house, and we sit down there, and I was good in math. I love math. So in pinochle, you have to add up your flush and your pins and all that. And so you put pinochle, 30 points, and I look at my cards. You know, I have kids with cards that look like this. The cards are so big in their hand. And I go, 65. And his friends go, oh, nice little girl, we'll take it easy on it. Well, me and my grandfather would get to winning, bam, bam, bam. And when we left, he'd be laughing and carrying on. My grandfather also was a gambler, so I do think he had some wages. But how these excursions would start, he'd come over to the house and say, Joan, let's go spread joy. I said, okay. Well, also when I was a little girl, my friends and I, we made up a game of let's make up a word. So I made up the word Alakande.
Oh.
Well, even then I knew if you have a word, it has to have a meaning.
Right.
And Alakande just made me feel like joyous. And so I said, oh, wait a minute. I can define it by what my grandmother used to say. Joan, Let's go spread joy. So Alakande, let's go spread joy. That's how the name thing.
Perfect name, perfect, because when you ladies perform, you are spreading joy.
And what I tell audiences, and it's so true. I tell my friends, not an audience, but they happen to be an audience.
Right.
The more that the audience gives, the more we can give. And it's more that you get. And that audience just, they were giving back really. And one friend commented, she said, Joan, at one time I looked up and all of you were just smiling. And it wasn't a stage on one square, you got to smile.
Right.
You know, it wasn't that. It was coming from within. Everybody was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
The audience, we were happy. And we just had a good old-fashioned time.
Yes. So hopefully those of you who live in the tri-state area, you could come out and experience some of that joy. Alakande is going to be performing soon.
Yeah, June 4th. It's a Monday night at this nice little club in Brooklyn called For My Sweet.
Okay, I'll be there. I don't miss up opportunity to see Alakande spread joy. They don't know. I'm trying to get me a shaker ray so they can put me up there.
We can teach you now. We can teach you.
Yeah. Do you have classes?
I'm not teaching right now.
Oh, okay.
I should be starting teaching over the summer. Yaya does teach. She does teach shaker classes in Manhattan. And I want to start teaching drum again, so I teach drum as well.
Okay, I'll come for that. Just to, learn a beat or two.
It's actually easier to teach and to learn how to play shaker than it is to play the drum. And my theory.
You think so?
My
Okay.
theory is with the shaker you have the rattle, the beats hitting on the gourd. There's more room for error. When you hit that drum, it's your hand. You have to hit it right just to get the tone out. There's a right just to get the slap out. Otherwise, you're not going to get that tone, slap, muff, or bass. But the shaker gives you a little more leeway.
Okay.
But I've just found that it's easy. It seems to be easier to teach people to play shaker.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe
You
it's
can get
just
either
me,
one,
'cause
though.
I was going. I didn't know what I was doing.
You have to
I just
loosen
said,
it up, girl.
I know,
Loosen
right?
it up.
I could.
That's all.
I just need a little bit more practice.
That's
That's all. Djembe drum. What skin is that from? What animal?
In the United States, we usually use goat skin. They have started to use cow skin on some of them, but I really like the goat skin. It's a thinner skin. Actually, I don't know if those of you who've seen djembes, it's kind of a goblet shape, and you'll see the string around it. Actually, that stringing was developed by my godfather, Chief Dave Baye. He was in the Navy, and so when they started to bring the drums over here, well, we don't have African feet. So the drums would always go down, so he developed this way of stringing and pulling the skin so we can tighten it around. So much so that when they brought the drums back to Africa, the Africans picked it up to tighten their drums as well. So that's how we keep it tight. We used to carry little heaters around. We used to have a hot plate. We used to always heat our drums.
Really? So you take the heat and put it on the top of the drum?
Yeah, just close to it, so
close,
to
and
tighten
it
the skin.
tighten.
Because when we put the head on the drums, whether it's the congas or the djembe, the skin is wet. It's pliable.
Okay.
So the heat, of course, dries. It. Not dries. When we're heating it, by that time, we're really just trying to tighten the skin.
Okay.
And that's what the pulling of the string also does, is tighten the skin. So you get a high pitch sound.
Okay. I'm looking forward to coming to class. I've learned a lot so far.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes,
Okay.
Wow.
Love to have you.
I'll be here. I'll bring some folks with me too.
Sounds like fun. And what is wonderful is when they all of a sudden they hear and they see what they're doing and getting that sound they've been trying to get for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. They got it.
I got the top end now. Oh, that's a real tone. That's a beauty. So to watch that, to share that, I get to experience it as they're all joy. We enjoy me as a teacher.
Thank you, Joan Ashley.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
To have this opportunity. I remember when you and the ladies performed at Medicine Woman Productions and had everybody standing up in awe. And we were dancing, and me and my partners, Keisha Booker and Aisha Kendrick, we stood there very proud, like, yeah, they here with us. Medicine Woman, they performing here. You know, we were just very honored.
And you had such wonderful women on that show, all different talents. You had comedians, you had singers, you had actors.
You know, but that's what it's about. That's something else that I love about you and your sister friends that perform in the group. Y'all all collaborate. Y'all work on each other's projects. You know, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about, the collaboration. It's about the sisterhood. It's about helping one another. Because, you know, a lot of days, some people, you know, they like to do it on their own, you know. And they, you know, and that might work for them. You know, it might work for them. But I think for the whole, for the bigger picture, it's best to collaborate and support one another.
And I think that was, to me, the highest compliment that I got from after doing the show at the museum. Someone commented that, you know, like, individually you're all great, but collectively you're all great. And we knew that you were the leader, but everybody had the spotlight. And I said, well, that's what I wanted. I told them early on, sometime during the show, you don't have to shine now.
Right.
And so some of them were comfortable with it, and others, it just happened. You know, and everyone, because it's such talent.
Oh,
my God.
Phenomenal.
Some of them got more talent right here than...
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Really, really talented.
Yes. Make sure you all come out. Make sure you all come out. This is the end of our segment. I'm going to have you back on. Yes.
You want to just tell them, I'd like to tell them just the people that are in the group. As you know, I'm Joan Ashley. But we have Madeline Yayo Dele Nelson, Marsha Perry Starks, Tracy Johnson, Karen Calder, Susan Rappley, and yours truly, Joan Ashley. I'm Joan Ashley, and I just want to remind you, don't forget to put that S on your chest for Superwoman.
Let's go spread joy. Thank you all for joining me on this journey, Season 1 of the Everyday Superwoman Show. Because of you, the Everyday Superwoman Show ratings has shot through the roof. So you know what to do, ladies, right? Put that S on your chest and do what you do best. See you next season.
Bye.